All right, if you're a middle-aged male and you're looking to reverse type 2 diabetes like I did, then this channel is for you. I want to just jump right into intuition today. I've got my breakfast right here, which is a um, smoked tri-tip with 3 eggs today and a whole avocado and some salsa. I also got a protein shake right here that I was going to drink this morning. Now, it's like a field manual, right? A lot of you guys, if you start out doing anything, you can go to school, college, whatever. If you're starting a new job, right? You'll read all about it. It's like a text manual, and you're like, okay, well, you start following, this is what it says to do first, this is what it says to do second, let's follow this thing. And you'll notice though, as you get out in the real world, that it's like a whole different application, right? There's a lot of the information that makes sense on how to start something or do something, right? But for the most part, once you start getting out in the real world, you notice it's kind of different. So, like it's just real. Like there's different things that come into play. Like for me this morning, I noticed I want to get my blood sugars a lot lower than what they are right now. I use a continuous glucose monitor. Looks like that. We're going to see the interface later, but I've noticed my blood sugars are higher, and I started messing around with fasting, as yesterday's broadcast I was telling you guys about. And I'm eating at like 12, right? But I notice after I eat, my blood sugar rises again, right? And it doesn't really, I'm driving my vehicle around town, which represents my body. I've got a full tank of sugar, right? At noon, I refuel up. And I noticed that it starts to drop after a while because I don't eat either that's the only time of the day I eat is either at lunchtime and that's it, or like yesterday I ate a very small dinner at around 5. But I'm not happy with the way the blood sugars are declining, going down. So one of the thoughts was to eat first thing in the morning. And this is where the intuition comes in, is I'm looking at this meat, this tri-tip and these eggs and everything. I'm like, I just can't do it. My stomach's like, I was like going to try to force myself to eat it. Until I just remembered, you know what? This is no fucking field manual. There's no set rules here, right? Why don't you listen to your gut, to your intuition? When you are hungry, then just eat the damn food. Right now, I'm actually getting a little bit hungry. Right when I woke up in the morning, I didn't really feel like eating, right? I was going to force myself. So one of the things I want to tell you guys is all the information we find on social media, on the internet, and books, wherever have you, you're getting it. That's all wonderful, and there's a lot of great advice. There's a lot of shitty advice too, in my opinion. But the one thing is just, it's very simple for people to package stuff up and sell it to you, right? To get a kit. Here you go, follow the protocol. But as I hopefully demonstrate this morning, like sometimes your body's telling you no. I want to give you guys another, for instance, too, is when I hired $13,000 later, a functional medicine practitioner, they gave me a diet and things to follow, but they didn't ask me the right questions, right? In the field, in the real world, I'm a roofing contractor. So what they're doing is they're comparing me to the average Joe, and they have a kit for the average Joe who probably is a pen pusher, right, or a keyboard typer, and he's not getting a lot of physical activity, whereas me, I'm pushing my beats per minute are probably over 120, well into at least 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 hours a day. I'm burning calories like nobody's business. So I'm not the same as your average Joe. And those are the questions we have to ask ourselves. What are we doing? How is my life? Even if it is from a professional. So that's what I have to say today, guys, is that, I had to adjust. I wasn't feeling right. I had to adjust my diet because of burning so many calories and things like that. And there's just no one size fits all. And the most magical thing is the intuitive way to use your intuition. Your body's going to tell you what you guys need. Do I need to eat now? Do I need to eat later? Right? It's very simple. Drink water when you're fucking thirsty. Eat food when you're hungry. Just don't overdo it, right? Of course it's not your intuition. I think it's the gut bacteria in your mind that wants to go eat a chocolate fucking donut and shit like that and ice cream, Be logical, but notice, are you hungry yet, right? That your body, don't force your body to do something. Even though we're men and we like to nobody likes to beat the shit out of themselves as much as I do. But guys, that's not what we're here for. That's what we're here to heal ourselves. And I think we have to be a little bit gentle. I think we need to get in touch with our feminine sides almost. No, but serious, guys, jokes aside, I think be gentle, especially for those of you who have been keyboard pushers, you haven't got much physical activity. Use your intuition. You know, another thing I'm going to tell you, I was doing my push-ups this morning, and I felt a little snap in my bone back here, and that just told me, you know, hey, take it easy. You know, you don't have to overdo it. You don't want to injure yourself and then not be able to do any push-ups for the rest of the 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever have you. Just stop, and we'll continue, and we'll do more push-ups later. Listen to your body. Listen to your intuition. That's what's going to guide you more than any of these fucking compartmentalized box kits, right? Wonderful information, I says, to recap here. Lots of great information. Figure out what do you want to do. That's what I'm here to do, is show you. Here's a whole bunch of fasting techniques, exercise techniques, diets changes, meditation, breath work, all these different myriad of things. Compile them, grab the best of the best, cherry pick, and then move them into your life the way they see fit, right? The way it's going to work for you. Don't just go off one protocol, because that's how you're going to fail. You know, a lot of people are going to try shit and be like, I just can't fucking do it, right? I'm a failure. I've tried this and tried, and to no end, I'm not getting anywhere. It's because it's not working for you. Change it around. Find out what works for you. Listen to your instincts. All right, let's check out those blood sugars for today on my continuous glucose monitor. All right, it's May 21st, and here is the interface to my continuous glucose monitor. And I had some bumps after dinner today, but I just dialed it in with my glucometer, and I thought something was weird because I had these two bumps right here, 123, and then as soon as I hit 129, almost 130, I said, you know, something's up. So I got the glucometer, tested myself, and that's what you see right here. It was actually down lower. It was 114, so I'm going to assume that I'm a little bit lower even than 110, but it brought it back down gradually over here. And that's a new glucose monitor. I'll show you guys what last night looked like. It was all over the place. One tip I want to give you guys is, if you are going to change out your continuous glucose monitor, make sure you leave about good 3 hours to at least 2 hours of space. I like to go as low as possible, so meaning that if I eat food, I don't want a bunch of sugar in my body, because it has to calibrate. And that's what's happening here, as you guys can see. So I wait till about 8 o'clock, I think, on this day. I had dinner about 5, and that's that cutoff point right there. But as you put it on, it's, you know, the whole night's just screwed. You're not going to get shit for it. It's just all over the place trying to calibrate itself. And that's why you need a glucometer. But yeah, it was just, as you guys can see, it's just all right here. I think I died. I was at, what, 25 milligrams per deciliter. I probably was, but no, just kidding, guys. I didn't die. It was just it going all wonky trying to calibrate. So you can see as the evening, or I'm sorry, as the morning progressed here, it actually started to stabilize right here. So when I woke up, you know, I didn't even check my blood sugar here, but once I ate, I saw that it was a little bit high, unusual, which really sucks, because I'm doing this intermittent fasting experiment, and there's no way to tell what my blood sugars were this morning. So it is the way it is. But yeah, your first 24 hours, just, they're all wonky. It's all over the place. You got to let it dial in, and you can make it dial in a lot faster using the glucometer, and then you can calibrate the sensor with this little button right here. You can navigate there. I don't have this paired with my sensor, so I can only just show you my blood sugars. I can't do anything technical with it. But yeah, as I went through the day today, after calibration, you can see it was a lot lower, a lot nicer going on here. Nothing too big. This was a very high intense day. This here, just in case you guys are new, this is a compression dip. I was probably on lunch, and I was leaning on the sensor, pushing it into my skin, maybe in my car or something. So you'll see this false dip. It'll dip down, then it'll pop right back up to normal. So that's what that is. But here's the whole day here of May 21st. And normally from the whole day, I was 100% time in range. Now it's telling me I'm at 96%. And that's because of those false bumps right there. But yeah, after fasting today, there's no really way of telling, but it looks like the best that I did was like, what, 88 milligrams per deciliter. It probably went down to 80, I'm going to assume. I didn't have time to calibrate it at work, but I went and ate dinner here at like 5:18. And that's what I said, guys. I noticed this big giant bump here. I went for a 30-minute walk, even though I had a hard day's worth of work. It just helps to spend more gas out of the tank. You know, guys, I always say this. Your body's like a vehicle, right? If you have a bunch of gas in the tank, that signifies the sugar. You want to burn it up And so that's what I did. I did a 30-minute walk, and we got it from what, about 118 down to 94, which was probably lower again because of the calibration. But yeah, I started just seeing that, as I said, these spikes here, and right here is when I checked it, and I knew I was at 114, not at 130. That's 15 points lower than what my CGM was telling me, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. This thing should be dialed in by then, and I'm going to continue to do some intermittent fasting, and I got some different ways of doing it depending on when I wake up in the morning. That's what I wanted to talk today a little bit too. You know, when I mentioned that it's like you can't just rely on a field manual, right? You can't just rely on just a simple plan that just square, you know, compartmentalize everything. If I wake up tomorrow morning and my blood sugars are above 99, I may consider doing a 24-hour fast. I don't know, which is really going to suck because I got these ribeye steaks out right here thawing out. So I don't know if I'm going to do that. I might be able to leave them out for maybe an extra day in the fridge. But this is what I'm talking about is, you know, if I wake up in the morning, because I have this glucose monitor, if I find things are wonky, real wonky, and I find my blood sugars are high, you can change stuff around. So that's what I meant today, like the utility of using a continuous glucose monitor and just the whole process of reversing type 2 diabetes. Nobody can compartmentalize things. You know, there's so many things that happen with blood sugars too, guys. Like if you're stressed out, you're going to have high blood sugars. If you didn't get enough sleep, you're going to have high blood sugars. There's just so many different variables, and you kind of have to move with the seasons, right, of the way your body's rolling, and just kind of use your intuition and, you know, fast one day, don't fast the other day. It's totally interchangeable. And this is the stuff that nobody talks about. Like they just kind of give you this preset thing, like, here, just do this, just eat this, just get this amount of exercise, right? And you don't have to do it. Like interchangeability. I didn't walk this morning, but I had a good laborious day. But I wanted to put extra, so I walked a half hour, right? Guys, if something happens in the morning and I can't walk, right? And I don't have I'm not spending like a high intensity day at work, I'll just come home and I'll do like an hour walk. Like you can move things around and shift it. So that's what I meant with all that of, you know, not being stuck into a system, because most systems just don't work. Like you got to figure out what works for yourself. But guys, the continuous glucose monitor is what, as you guys can see, you know, let me explain this. We talk about like a fuel gauge, right? There's no way of you telling. If you do a finger stick, it just tells you this moment in time right here. That's it, this moment. Whereas the continuous glucose monitor is telling me everything that has happened 24/7 throughout the whole entire time. This gives you a mileage. It gives you a gas gauge, right? It gives you an idea of what your progress is. If you're making good, if you're not making good, if you need to make adjustments. So this is a super powerful tool, the most powerful tool you guys can have in managing your type 2 diabetes and your blood sugars to get them down normal. So I cannot say that enough. And I'm so glad to hear a lot of the pros out there, a lot of these well-known established YouTubers and nutritionists and stuff, and they're all jumping on the bandwagon saying the same thing as me, is like this continuous glucose monitor will revolutionize the way we treat type 2 diabetes. And the wonderful thing is you can do a lot yourself, just like I did, man. This is the saving grace of what helped me in my life to change my shit around, because I can see what's going on, right? As I say, guys, it's like driving a car and you have no dashboard, right? All you have is a steering wheel and a gas pedal, and you're driving. You have no idea what's going on in your body until you get one of these, right? So I'm trying to work on a deal to get everybody on board, like a 20% discount or something on these things, so I can refer them over to you guys. But the one reason I was never really pushing this brand that I use until I found out that it's one of the very few that you can calibrate. So that's a huge thing. We're going to talk about that more in the future, but it's late, guys. What is it? It's almost 9 o'clock p.m. I'm going to edit this video, get it out for you guys for tomorrow. Guys, if I brought you any value, you guys want to do some lives with me, like all I need is a couple more subscribers to get to 50, and I can go live and answer questions for you guys. And don't forget to check the link in the description below. There's all kinds of goodies and stuff out there. And you know what, guys, I just want to say too, I'm actually going to accept three people that I want to coach for free and help you guys out with whatever you guys are doing. And on top of that, I want to buy you guys a continuous glucose monitor, maybe like a 90-day thing or something. So the way you can enter to win this and to get to this is in the link in the description below. There's a free link, and it doesn't cost you any money. You got to give me your email so I can send you a Zoom link, but I will do a one-on-one phone call with you, and we'll see if we can get you all helped out. And guys, for free, I want to buy you guys a continuous glucose monitor for a 90-day trial, and I want to work with you and really basically prove what I can do. I want to show you guys my story and get you guys on a fast track so you can work better with your doctor. And on that note, I am not a doctor. This is for entertainment purposes only, right? If you are type 2 diabetic, consult the doctor. But man, if I get you guys one of these and we start changing your diet, your whole lifestyle around, right? There's no medications, no supplements or anything like that. That's why I'm able to do what I do. Just share with you my story and see what we can do to work together to help your doctor help you better. I think you're going to be like in the clear 100%, my friends. Like, I can't wait, because I'm 1000% know that I can help you guys out. So first 3 that book a call with me, you guys will get to do a one-on-one, and let's see what we can do. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.